Potent Pondering, I'm back with another video. Happy Sunday to all of y'all. Listen, it's Super Bowl Sunday. I see I got on my Eagles, and you know they're killing it in the game right now. But listen, I wanted to come and do some commentary. I actually recorded this video already, and I had to do it again because it ended up just being glitchy. I don't know if the file just transferred over glitchy or whatever, but listen, it's February 9th. Tomorrow's February 10th, and it's my birthday, celebrating 42 years around the sun, you know what I'm saying? So if you want to support and send me something for my birthday, hit the Cash App link in the description. I want to talk about President Trump, Elon Musk, the Democrats scrambling, going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Panicking about this whole DOGE situation, right? The DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency. Listen, they spotting that there's some deficiencies and they had to come in and see. They needed to see what's going on, and the Democrats is scrambling, right? So listen, I want to get into and play some clips, but I just want to say this, right? Anytime when I was younger, even to my adult life, you ever know when you face an audit at work, or whether your parents checking something, if you're guilty, you're going to be a little nervous. I don't understand why the Democrats are so nervous, right? And a lot of people are saying that they believe as though that this whole USAID, that they've been treating this as some sort of slush fund, right? Money laundering and all of that. And someone made a really good point that I was listening to. They said very rarely do politicians turn into millionaires. They said so many different politicians turn into millionaires overnight, and they may have a salary that pays like $100,000 a year, but suddenly a lot of them turn into millionaires. So I was listening to, I can't remember what podcast I heard that on. I don't know if it was like I can't remember where it was, but listen, man, I'm not mad at, listen, I understand this. A lot of the Democrats were saying that, they didn't vote in Elon Musk. President Trump appointed him to run the Department of Government, Department of Government Efficiency. So now they're going line by line and they're checking out to see where's the spending going. Spending our dollars, our tax dollars are going overseas to support LGBTQ initiatives, trans surgeries and stuff for different countries. Now, let's just waste no more time. I want to get straight into it. This is my second time making this video. Please thumbs up the video, support it, please.
You are looking live at the protest in support of USAID underway right now on Capitol Hill. Now, Elon Musk and DOGE are currently gutting the agency of what the White House is calling waste and abuse. Now, it's panicking some Democratic lawmakers who joined the protesters yesterday over the administration's efficiency efforts.
And we will win. 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 We won't rest. We won't rest. We won't rest.
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing.
That's right.
Not one Democrat in America voted for Elon Musk.
What we're not going to do is stand around when they pull this bull. We are going to be in your face. We are going to be on your.
We will see you in the courts, in Congress, in the streets. Elon Musk is a Nazi nutball baby.
Every movement needs a scrappy little and I am that person. I need each and every one of you to get in touch with your inner scrappy little.
Nobody elected your. This is not Elon Musk's country.
Take your foot off my neck.
We are at war.
USAID has gotten a lot of attention the last couple of days with some of these bizarre things that taxpayers have been funding. Now it looks like there are a couple media outlets that have been dragged into this conversation as far as USAID funding as well. Does the president have any comment on that?
So upon coming out here to the briefing room, I was made aware of the funding from USAID to media outlets, including Politico, who I know has a seat in this room. And I can confirm that the more than 8 million taxpayer dollars that have gone to essentially subsidizing subscriptions to Politico on the American taxpayers' dime will no longer be happening. The DOGE team is working on canceling those payments now. Again, this is a whole of government effort to ensure that we are going line by line when it comes to the federal government's books. And this president and his team are making decisions across the board on Do these receipts serve the interests of the American people? Is this a good use of the American taxpayers' money? If it is not, that funding will no longer be sent abroad, and American taxpayers will see significant savings because of that effort.
So listen, I want to know, what do you think about that? Do you think that's a bad thing that Elon Musk, that they're auditing and they're going? Listen, I heard that they are panicking. This is why the outbursts are showing up this way. They're frustrated. And this is just an audit. You get audited on the job all the time. You know what I'm saying? I want to say this as it pertains to Elon Musk and Trump. Listen, I'm a pro-policy type of person. I'm not about the individual and all of that, because it was things about Kamala and the last administration with Biden that I did not agree with. But what I want to say is I'm pro-policy, so yes, I'm with the immigration, with whatever shenanigans you feel, where they shaking it up, they getting the illegals, the violent ones out of here. You should not be over in this country illegal anyway. But get the criminals out of here first. But we need to come up with some sort of some plan, and it needs to be some straightening. Listen, they said 94% that the crossings of the border is down like 95% from when the last administration already, and Trump hasn't even been in office a full month. So it's like, I'm not going to spend the next 4 years of my life upset and mad at something. No, I'm going to see where the line's at, and the things I disagree with. Just like it was this boy Marco Elez or whatever, he was making some racist comments in regards to some Indians in general. He was saying that he was racist before racism was popular or trendy, and he said that something about people should hate Indians, something like that, right? Well, he was working with DOGE, with the Department of Government Efficiency. He got fired, and Elon Musk wants to bring him back because they feel like he's 25, he shouldn't lose all of his livelihood and things like that because of a remark that he made, freedom of speech. So I feel some sort of way about that, because different people say different things. I just want to know, if he was black and he said something against white people, would he been called back? You understand what I'm saying? So I need to do a video about Kanye West and Elon Musk too. But listen, let's get into more of these, these Democrats and what they have to say in regards to the shakedown. Let's check this out.
World's richest man go in and say he's going to basically tear this organization to the ground. Not only will cause immeasurable suffering across the globe, it also will put us in a strategic disadvantage. This is strategic. What he's talking about doing is, I'm sorry, it is stupid.
What's happening right now is a hostile takeover of the U.S. government. If this were happening in any other country right now, I promise you, I'd be on the air calling it a coup.
Calling it a coup because y'all up in the offices not knowing what to do, because y'all up in there stirring it up like it's a stew, calling it a coup. Come on, let's proceed. I want to finish up this commentary and I'm going to move on to another video, but please thumbs up the video, please. Potent pondering.
A coup or a terrorism funding case?
That's right. And the irony to your point here is you're calling a coup an audit of my dollars, of their dollars. Every income of this government comes from us, from their salaries. So the notion of the downright shock and horror at the concept of cleaning house and ensuring your tax dollars are being stewarded wisely for goals of the American institutions, for our republic, but also for the betterment of Americans, this apoplectic response is so hilarious to me, because it shows you that all they care about is the control and the comfort, the sedation of having a certain amount of money just automatically deposited in and not having any idea where the origin comes from. The nexus between us funding terrorism is absolutely horrifying, and people like Sarah Adams, former CIA targeter, have been for quite some time sounding the alarm about how deeply we have funded and continue to fund these horrific threats which have targeted and killed Americans. So we know we full-blown, under the prior administration, fly cash to the tune of $43 to $87 million per week to Kabul. We also pay the Taliban's political overhead funding, $10 million a month, dropped off to Qatar. These expenses are funding, again, the terrorism that comes full-throated back to American soil in the formerly porous southern border, and it absolutely threatens Americans' lives. So the concept that the Democrats are out there crying and screaming and waving around fruit is so despicable, and I hope this stays through the midterms again. Keep it up, because we need to understand how deeply people like Elon Musk and President Trump have Americans' interests and safety in mind.
And we're 3 weeks into the administration, and the same old games are at play. In fact, this just happened, so we want to pull this up. This was on Capitol Hill. Oversight Democrats just moved to subpoena Elon Musk, the motion failed 19-20, with Congressman Ro Khanna notably abstaining from the vote. Ro Khanna said, I would have voted yes. So subpoenaing Elon Musk seems to be the next step, Lily.
Well, all of a sudden, accountability and transparency became dirty words. It's very strange. And, you know, in the private sector, we don't do this. We also are always holding accountable corporations and board directors and shareholders. And it's earnings season right now. All these questions are happening to private organizations. We are the funders of the U.S. Treasury. As Emily was saying, it is our money. So you're going to go after the person that wants to check where is it that we're being responsible or not as good stewards of the American people's money? So I like that we're leading by example at the top. Government show everybody, private and public sector, how we need to run efficiently with the big responsibility they have in Washington to invest. Let's look at it like a business. Invest properly our hard-earned tax dollars. We do it for the private sector. Why is it so bad now for the public sector?
Yeah, they wanted to defund our protection, the police on the left. Maybe we want to defund some areas through USAID that are not good for the country. They don't help our bottom line because they fund terrorists, some of that money.
Harris, I made these kinds of cases, and let me just say that if you had as direct a line between the funding mechanism to the leaders of Hamas and then 7 October, everybody's in a grand jury.
Yeah, wow.
Yes.
Look, it's very simple. Preserve the money for the children in Africa. Excise the money that are going to terrorist groups. How is that difficult to understand?
Listen, how is it difficult to understand? See, what I've really learned, and I'm telling you, it's this guy who works out at my gym. All he does is hate on and make comments about Republicans, and this is why, like, I had to start bouncing back at him, like, on, you know, my stance on immigration, or, you know, in regards to, like, the whole USAID with Department of Government Efficiency. So it's like I've been noticing he's been pushing back on me, like, not communicating, but I really did it on purpose just so he won't speak to me as much, because I'm not about to sit up here and listen to this foolery for the next 4 years because you hate Trump and the people who support him. No. So it's like I'm asking him, like, what is your take on immigration? What do you think about the overspending with the USAID? He had really no profound thought or anything to add to the argument other than the fact that he didn't like Trump. I don't think this is wrong what he's doing, but like I had broken down to you earlier, I don't agree with everything anybody does, and I'm pretty sure that everybody does agree with me, right? But I just want to say I don't think this is wrong. I want to see, listen, this is like Christmas. I want to see who's been naughty and who's been nice. They making a list, they checking it twice. You know, like the gifts is out and all of that. I want to see who's been naughty and who's been nice. Listen, you know, these people, they acted so scary because I feel like they've been spending money, acting like they send it. Listen, Politico, they've probably been making it seem like, you know, they're investing and doing, you know, sending money to different places, Politico being one of them. And then who knows, like, what's on the receiving end? Like, who's really getting the money? Because I felt like I read something online earlier where they were saying, like, how much of this would be, you know, unauthorized or whatever. I can't remember the word, and they said most of it. Most of the money that they spent was unauthorized. You're funding terrorist groups. Come on, you heard what the woman said. Terrorist groups. And you heard that they also said they need to recalculate or figure out, you know, how to allocate certain funds for things. Like they want to still send money to the kids in Africa to support, you know, those different causes. But I think we need to cut a lot. We need to cut a lot. And I'm not mad at Trump for doing it. Listen, this is a business. The next thing I want to bring up, this black man, when I tell you he dragged the Democrats down, and he's a Democrat himself. I don't know if he's going to vote. I don't know if he's going to vote Democrat for the next upcoming election, but he definitely voted for Kamala, and, you know, for that whole movement. I'm gonna tell you, like I told you before, I did vote for Kamala because I felt like I've been indoctrinated. My mom's just like, we vote Democrat, even though we both had feelings about Kamala. You know what I'm saying? We both had feelings about her, like we didn't believe in her, didn't trust her. But the whole thing is that we felt indoctrinated, you know, based off of the civil rights movement. And they said, I can't remember the man's name. Tariq Nasheed was just talking about it. We just like, black people will vote Democratic for years to come. And see, we've been shackled to that whole theory of being Democratic, you know, under the Democratic Party. And I just feel like you need to do what serves you. And I personally just feel, as of late, that the Democrats, it's very upsetting to watch. And then also, before I play this, I just want to tell you this. This is setting up for the next 4 years, that when elections come around next time, it's gonna be Republican for the next 8 years. I'm just telling you right now. This is how I personally feel. But anyway, let's get into this brother who was going in on the Democrats. I'm gonna play that for you real quick. Let's go.
This political party The Democratic Party have lied to us about everything. They've lied about being the party of the middle class. They've lied about being the party of peace. They've lied about being the party that wants to help poor people. Okay? What the last several weeks have proven to us all is that this is a cadre of criminals and losers and spoiled children of affluent parents who were more concerned about looking good than actually doing good. These are people who were more concerned about looking like they were doing something for the American people than actually doing things for the American people. And that's why I'm so angry. Because this party lied to me while stealing my tax dollars. The Democratic Party lied to us all while they brought in millions of illegal immigrants for their own political purposes for the last 4 years. 20 to 30 million illegal aliens brought in, and now we come to USAID being probably the largest money laundering operation in American history. Congratulations, Dems. You've outdone even Bernie Madoff. I'm disgusted beyond words. Disgusted with the waste of money. Disgusted with the waste, with the fraud. With the way that you people use color legitimacy, and the way you use black people as mules to get us to push whatever agenda you wanted to. The amount of division you used black people to sow upon the American people, you used us for that. And I will never, ever forgive this political party. The shit that I've gone through personally. Y'all were supposed to be the party of free speech, the party of women's rights. You have immolated all of those things. And then, as if enough weren't enough, you then decide that you're going to die on the hill of USAID, a government audit. You're trying to prevent a government audit because some of you really are trying to stay out of prison. We see the game now. Y'all been out here telling us that the game was rigged against certain people. Well, now we found out who the people that were rigging the game were. Congratulations. Y'all are never going to win another political race ever again. Not if I can help it.
Listen, what did I tell you? And this is the tune of a lot of people who are feeling a way towards the Democrats. Why are they panicking in regards to this audit? Huh? Listen, you mad because y'all been doing something and they caught it? You mad at the audit? Listen, don't be mad. People is people. Listen, you have to stop the government waste. You have to. You have to. These are our tax dollars. Bottom line, you understand what I'm saying? And I agree with him. He said that, in regards to the Democrats winning another race, I don't think that's going to happen in the next 8 years. I don't. I think Trump is going to go through this run. If they don't make it a way where he could run consecutively again, Vance is going to run. And yeah, it's going to be, I am telling you, just mark my words, right? But listen, man, this whole thing is just shaky. I want to come back and do a video on the Department of Education as well. There's some things I wanted to touch on that. But nonetheless, potent pondering, never pandering. Tomorrow is my birthday. Probably won't get this uploaded until February 10th. But today is my birthday tomorrow. So yeah, show some love. The Cash App is in the description. I really want your thoughts below. I want to know how you feel about this and how the Democrats are wilding out. And we won't lose. We will win. We will, just wilding out. You know what I'm saying? One thing I'm going to say, I'm so happy that last year I started to get more and more into politics. I read a lot, listen to a lot of different political platforms and stuff like that, you know, just to have a different gauge and, you know, for my understanding. But I'm trying to get better and better. So, you know, I appreciate the people who watch these videos and support my channel and leave their comments below, even if I don't agree with you, you know, just be respectful. But listen, potent, pondering, never pandering. I really want your comments below. Let me know what you think about that guy's statement in regards to the Democratic criminals. They're criminals. I don't care how you feel. You can leave your comments below. Support the channel. The Cash App is in the description. I hope y'all all had a blessed Super Bowl Sunday. Tell me what you also thought about Kendrick Lamar's performance in the comments if you made it this far. Listen, I'm up out of here. Peace.